Checka, check 1 2, check 1 2, sound check, sound check. Can everybody hear me? And welcome. Hey, it is Sunday morning. We're trying our very first Sunday morning auction. And hey, let me know in the comments if I'm coming through loud and clear. I don't have the microphone muted, so you should be able to hear me. And good to see everybody here. Looks like, wow, 34 people here on this Sunday morning. We are going to have some amazing stuff today, stuff that some of you might not believe. It's incredible. And I am joined by Mrs. T, and we're happy to be here. So let's see. Good morning, Snoopy. Good morning, Peter. Chris. We are live. Yes, we are. Oren, glad to have you here. And we've got a whole bunch of Toolies here. And Tiger, Stacker, smash that like. T deserves a thank you, Tiger. And hey, my main man, Mark, is here, hailing from Australia, the land down under. And nice to see you this morning, Mark. And we're going to get started in just a moment. We're going to start with some trivia. Today's giveaways, and by the way, we're going to have 4 giveaways. They're all about TheSilverStacker channel history and trivia. So if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you will have a pretty good advantage here. If you're new here, sorry. I have playlists created, so if you'd ever like to look back and see, probably the most popular playlist is the Coin Shop videos playlist. And man, I have been around. I've been everywhere from Florida to, let's see, Virginia to all over Indiana, Illinois, you name it, I've been there. And this summer, hopefully, we'll expand into St. Louis and some other areas, thanks to my buddy Peter. But anyway, hey, let's not mess around. Let's get right into it. We're going to do a giveaway, and we're going to give away something kind of neat. Some 1943 Lincoln cents here. These are the old steel pennies, and neat addition to anybody's little collection. These happen to be like in pristine condition. And so here is the first question. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to fire it away. I'm going to put the question on the screen, and then you'll have the opportunity to answer in the comments section. And those answers will come in. We'll get everybody all warmed up. Then we'll get to our very first auction item. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I've got message after message coming in. And let's see here. Here we go. That way I can focus on the auction without 6,000 YouTube alerts coming through all at every second. Here we go. Back to my sounds. There we go. All right, here we go, guys. Which coin shop did I shoot my first coin shop video at? That is some channel trivia right there. The first question has to do with my very first coin shop video. And that one just started a whole new thing for me. And as you know, I like to visit a variety of coin shops. Most recently, Matt Dinger down in Lawrence Township, northeast of Indianapolis. And no, it wasn't Sherry's. It wasn't Sherry's. I came across Sherry, and Sherry thought I was a nut. And it took me a little convincing to get her to say yes. And the answer is, I see it. One of you mentioned it is the Gold Depot right here in Crown Point, my hometown. And so let me go up here and see what I see. I see, oh, Nicolas Cage is here. Wow. Sherry's. Mark says, just yell out if you have any questions. Mark is here to be a moderator and help you if you have any questions, especially about the shipping and all that kind of good stuff. And Unlimited Trucking, I see, says the Gold Depot CP Crown Point. That is correct. The Gold Depot. Started it all off with my buddy Rich And come to think of it, I need to get back over there and do a video. All right, so Mrs. T, here you go. And I don't recognize that name, Unlimited Trucking, so we'll have to create a new plate for that person. And I think we're ready to go for our first auction. And many of you know I am not only a silver stacker, but also, by the way, for Unlimited Trucking, congratulations. Many of you know that I am not only a silver stacker, I'm also a coin collector. This isn't a coin, it is a round, but this is basically the only type of round I can afford with the Athenian owl. I would love to get that actual real coin one of these days. That is like a dream coin, but we're going to throw that little Athenian owl round up there, and we'll start the bidding at $1 just to get everybody started. $1 on the Athenian owl, and that is the current auction. There we go, current auction, Athenian owl. And Dave, good vibes. Yes, indeed, my friend. Glad you're here. Gator Train Chasers at 30 and coming strong right out of the gate. And in case you're wondering, wait a minute, this isn't a round, if I remember correctly. No, sorry guys, this is a coin from 2020. It bears the image of the Queen Elizabeth II, Nui, $2 in Nui, wherever in the planet Nui is, from 2020. It's kind of like a hammered finish. It's not really hammered, but it has like a neat background image or field there where the little Athenian owl is resting on a branch. And we're at 30 at Gator Train Chaser. So if you're new here, you throw out your bid and we just kind of go from there. And you don't have to be a member. If you are a member at levels 2, 3, or 4, that's always welcome. You get free shipping. For everybody else, it's $5. But if you're a member, it is very much appreciated. And in case you're wondering, we've had some new members join every week. So thank you for all of you who have joined. I've got Oren at 35 on the coin, on the cool little Athenian owl coin. Oren at 35. And I'm going to say going one time. I like to keep things going at a pretty decent pace so we're not sitting here looking at the same coin for 20 minutes. And once I type in the word sold, everything below that is irrelevant. So in case you're thinking, okay, I'll just kind of time it right before he says sold. Well, if you do, good for you. And I'm going 2 times for $35 on the little owl coin. And if you miss it by a split second and you're after the word sold, then the auction's over. So a Nui Mint is near the Cook Islands. Okay, Central Michigan, where are the Cook Islands? Sorry about my geography here, but where are the Cook Islands? And Mrs. T, do you see any bids after $35 there?
I do not.
You do not? So I think we've waited long enough. Sold for $35 to Oren. So Mark says the Cook Islands are near him. And this little round, or actually coin, will be going to Oren and it'll be near him in just a moment. And then, by the way, shipping is prompt. I ship on Mondays, and most of my buyers have been receiving their coins and rounds and bars and all the good stuff, usually like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the same week. All right, the next piece is for those who enjoy Morgan dollars. And I always wonder on the lighting in here and that what you may or may not be able to see is that right below, let me try to close that. Below her chin there is some rainbow tone. I really have no idea if it comes through in what you're seeing on your screens, but she's got some pretty rainbow tone around the bottom. This is an 1883S. We'll start it up at $20 and see where she goes. And it does have some very pretty rainbow tone on it. And this is for Oren there. Congratulations on that win $20 on the Morgan dollar with some pretty tone. Unknown one is at 28, and it looks like a lot of interest. I do love my Morgan dollars, I will tell you that. The backside doesn't have much tone at all. It's just kind of like an even aged tone there. You could see it's not bright and shiny. You could tell it hasn't been cleaned or anything like that. And there she is. I don't know, can you see some of that color under? I don't know. We're at, let's see, 36 with Jonathan. Welcome, Jonathan. And 36 is the bid. And Snoopy says, hit that like button. Thank you, Snoopy. Nice to see you back. Wow, we have 70 people here on this Sunday morning, Mrs. T. Yeah. And yeah, Jonathan at 36. I have Oren at 37. Nancy at 38. We've got some nice interest in this beautiful little Morgan here with the rainbow tone. Nancy is what I'm seeing on my screen as the high bidder. So welcome, Nancy. Glad you're here. Glad you found us. I'm going to say going one time to Nancy and see what other bids roll in. And we've had some fun battles over the last few weeks. This is auction number 5. I can't believe we've gotten to this point already. It's gone by fast. We've had a lot of fun. I've got a bid of 40, and then Nancy fires back with 41 on the pretty little Morgan toner. Nice addition to your stack collection. Jonathan enjoys Morgan's, I guess, 43, and the toners have become popular over the last couple of years. Nancy's at 44, and Central Michigan, thank you for being here, my friend, and helping out. And we've got 3 helpers today. We've got Central Michigan, we've got Mark, as always, and Tuli is a moderator today. She'll be kind of helping out where she can, and glad everybody's here. We've got 77 people. I'm looking at Nancy at 44, and I'm going to say going one time, and we'll see if Jonathan wants to fire back or let Nancy have it. And Nancy's in the driver's seat at this point in time. And I'm going to say going 2 times and see where we land. Mrs. T. And by the way, when we get to this point, I customarily give like 8 or 10 seconds or so. Oh, Jonathan, just a situation just like that. Jonathan responded with 46. Nancy didn't hesitate, fired right back with 47. And we got ourselves a battle here, guys. This is fun. And this is part of the fun. Some of the stuff that we have here on the table, this is unprecedented. This is going to be something that you guys have never seen. If you watch the preview, you might have a little flavor or an idea of what we have with this bar in the back here. That is a high-end bar. Jonathan is at 48. Nancy, you're out. Your turn to respond, and we'll see who takes this nice little Morgan home. All right, I'm going to start the countdown again, going one time. And Jonathan in the lead. And Ghost watching Ace. And hey, guy, how you doing? Glad you're here. Nancy is not messing around. She is at $49 on the pretty little toner Morgan dollar. Let's see if Jonathan responds. And I'm going to say, going one time, we've got a good battle here. Mrs. T, what do you think?
Oh, wow. This is awesome. They had their coffee. I'm still drinking mine.
Yeah. Mrs. T got up a little bit later than me, and I'm already 2 cups in. Going 2 times, and with Nancy in the lead at $49. Let's see. And by the way, the bidding increments or anything under $100 is $1. Once it hits that $100 threshold, then we do bid increments of $5. Okay, Mrs. T, do you see any bids from Jonathan or anybody else? Going once, going twice. Okay, I am saying sold here. And what I'm looking at, let's see, Russ in the house. Is Russ here? And the millennial numismatist is here. Oh, there he is. And congratulations on that for that Morgan dollar, Nancy. And hey, you are on the board with a nice little Morgan dollar. Now the next item is around, and I've been around to a lot of coin shops. As you know, I don't have to tell you that. And I've never seen this one. Let me show you the reverse first. This is MK bars, 1 troy ounce. Nice logo there. Cool looking. That's about as cool as it gets, man. I love that logo. But what's on the other side, I think, is going to intrigue you guys. Second Amendment, protected, we the people, Second Amendment, really cool MK bars. It has, and hopefully you can see there, a couple of fists. They appear to be holding a couple of Glocks or something similar. Let me get this in a good position where you guys can see well, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We'll start it at 20 bucks and see where she goes on this cool little round from MK bars. Let me close that. Does that help? All right, double fisted there. And so I've got Revolution at 33 on the little Second Amendment round. And we'll see where she goes on the MK bars round. There it is.
It's a 1 ounce.
Now, yeah, it's a 1 ouncer, and it's a nice little bar. It's kind of a neat little shape here. It's indented in the front, rounded off. It's got a cool logo. And again, that Second Amendment. And yeah, in case you're wondering, Mrs. T supports this. I am a proud proponent of the Second Amendment. But enough about that. I'm looking at Oren at 35. No, TJF at 35. So you've got to be 36 or higher on the cool little MK bars round. So 35 is the high bid I'm seeing. Anybody else? It looked like there was a lot of interest. Oren, you're out. I've got TJF at 35 on the round. All righty. And I've got Oren at 36. And let's see where she goes. Rome, budget's killing me. I hear you, brother. I hear you. One of the reasons I do these auctions is that way I could have a little more for some bigger things that I'm planning on buying in the future. And I appreciate everybody's support. Thanks for being here, guys. I've got Oren going one time at 36. Let's see if there's any response or if Oren takes it at 36. And I'm going to say going 2 times and just to keep things moving. We've got some awesome stuff and more and more and more to show you. I got Jake the Great fires at 38. Pardon the pun. Jake the Great comes out strong at 38. TJF responds quickly at 39. And Tiger's in the mix. Tiger, you're out. We've got ourselves a little battle here. And Jake the Great is at 42 on the nice MK bars silver round. I do like that logo. That is cool. It's simple. It's cool looking. And I like it. All right. Oops. There we go. And as I'm looking at the coin, I'm neglecting my bids. Let's see where we're at. Are we at 43 with TJF?
Yes.
43. Jonathan, no, I don't put out a list of auction items. It's just kind of show up. Be surprised at the amazing numismatics, coins, bars, rounds, sometimes even paper currency. And so you just kind of come and be prepared for a large variety. And I'm going to say going 1 time for 43 for TJF, going 2 times at 43 at TJF. So now is the time if you're going to try to snipe. Oh, wait a minute. Tiger's at 44. So when that happens, we start over with the going once, going twice, etc. And so Tiger, TJF is 45 on MK bars cool round. And like I said, man, I've been everywhere and I haven't seen this particular variety. And I'm not sure when it's from, but it's 1 ounce of pure silver with a cool motif. I got TJF at 45. Thank you, Central Michigan, and I'll say going 1 time. And I'll say going 2 times on the MK Bars round. And right now, TJF is the leader. All right. And what? Tiger, I just saw it in the nick of time. Tiger's at 46. And whoo, that was a close one. I almost hit sold. I was typing it out. Tiger is at 46. And let's see if there is a response from TJF on the Second Amendment round. Pretty cool. I need to go out target practicing and do a little shooting in the range. Going 2 times.
Tiger's at 46.
Yeah, Tiger's at 46. He's in the lead. And I'm going to say going 2 times. TJF, you're out. Unless you fire back in the next 8 seconds or so.
Yeah, 47.
Okay. TJF coming on strong, 47. Let's see if there is a response from Tiger, who likes the Second Amendment. Let's see. TJF is at 47. Thank you for your help, guys. Much appreciated. And I'm going to say going 1 time. Tiger, you are out. TJF is in the lead. I'm going to say going 2 times and wait to see if there is a response.
Tiger 48.
Tiger is at 48. Oh, man, not backing down.
We have a battle.
Yeah, we've got a battle. Can't pin this Tiger. TJF, let's see if you could tame the Tiger.
50. He said 50.
Oh, TJF says, forget about 49. I'm going straight to 50 on the cool little round there. And TJF, will he be the Tiger tamer, or will Tiger bite back? And let's see. Tiger, what say you? I'm going to say going once, going twice. TJF is in the lead at 50. We'll do the customary little wait of about 8 to 10 seconds or so. Tiger, 52. He bypasses number 51, goes to 52. I don't know, that Tiger might have finished off TJF. I don't know. We'll see. Good one. All right. I like some of the nicknames, by the way, and the handles that some of you guys have. We're going to get to one in a little bit. That TJF 53. All right, Tiger, your turn. Are your claws sharp this morning, or you gonna let TJF have that one? We'll see. We'll see. Going 1 time. Yeah, Woe is right, Revolution. These guys both love this little round. And going 2 times. That's the fun of these auctions, man. I'll tell you. All righty. Tiger is being a gentleman here. We won't go any longer. I'm going to say TJF. Woo! Tame the Tiger. I think Tiger was being nice. I'm sure he could have gone a little higher, but kudos to you guys. Good battle there. That one goes to TJF. Okay, let me zoom the camera out a little bit. And I offered something last week that was surprisingly popular. So when I had the opportunity to buy some more graded numismatics at a decent price, I said yes. And so let me show you what I got. And here we go. We have at an MS65, and I'll zoom in here. We've got a pristine quarter from 1954. Now the slab alone, Lord knows it would probably take you at least 20, 25 bucks just to get your numismatics slabbed. I'm going to start this one off at $20 just for the heck of it. $20. I like to start things low just to see where they'll go. And like I said, just the slab alone, beautiful quarter for your collection. And let's see where this one goes. Starting at 20 bucks, we got Snoopy at 22. Like I said, if you had a quarter this beautiful and you wanted to send it in, you couldn't do it for $20. I've got Oren at 30. And and there we go. We're off. We've got several people interested, and Oren is in the lead at 30. Oren is in the lead at 30. And for a nice little piece there for your stack collection, and this happens to be a 1954 S, and it's at $30. And I'm going to say going one time. So basically it's a unknown is at 31. Unknown is at 31. Unknown is at 31. And I'm going to say unknown. Going one time. Unknown going two times. Oh, wait. We've got Oren at 35. Oren likes that MS-65. Now think about something that was from 1954 and still in that pristine of condition. And yeah, we're looking at Oren at 35 going one time. Oren at 35 going two times. And that's a strong bid. And Mrs. T, do you see any other bids there coming in for the slab quarter?
It's Oren 35.
Oren 35. So, Oren 35, congratulations. And for those of you who were interested in that and outbid, have no fear. T is here. And I've got another one. So let's start her back up at $20. This one is a 1961 PCGS MS-65, starting at $20. So if you missed out on the first one of Oren, if you've got a collection going, if you need the 61, there you go. Gator Train Chaser, hailing from Noblesville, Indiana, if I remember correctly, now residing down in the great state of Florida, was outbid by Unknown One at 28. And you could crack it out and use it in a vending machine if you'd like. I would keep that in my collection if I were you. Unknown, Oren is at 30. Oren is at 30. I think Oren might have a good idea what these things are actually worth. Feel free to look them up, because that is, every time I put my hand here, this picture improves. Do I just have to leave my hand here the whole time? Let's see. If I go like that. No. Let's see. Change the lighting. Okay, where are we at? Oren at 30. I'm going to say going one time. Oren at 30. Getting this one a little bit cheaper. Oren at 30 going twice. And Mrs. C, do you see any other bids rolling in?
No, Oren 30.
Oh, Oren, you got sniped. Robert Johnson got you at 32. Oh my goodness. Robert, that was about as well-timed snipe as we've seen here. Because, man, it must have been a millisecond. You got that at 32. Woo! Robert with the snipe is right. But Oren, have no fear. T is here with one more. And this is the last one, by the way. And I saved the best for last. This happens to be a Proof 66. A Proof 66 from, it's almost a face revealer here. From 1954. There you go. Reverse, obverse. Looks like an older PCGS holder than the previous two. Proof 66, 1954, started at $20. Unknown's at 28. And DJ Khaled, I've seen him in person. I went to a Cubs Marlins, not just me. I took the family to Cubs Marlins down in Miami. Opening game of that particular year was like 2017 or 2018. DJ Khaled was there before the game, playing some music my daughters enjoyed. But anyway, we've got Unknown at the Proof 66 at just $28. PCGS Proof 66 at just $28. And we're not going to mess around here. I'm going to say going one time and see if any other bids roll in. And let's see. Let me go two times. Two times. Wow. I thought this one would go higher than the others on the proof, 66. But we're not going to waste too much time here. Guys, if you want to bid, now is your chance. And Robert's at 30. Robert is at 30. Anyone, Oren or unknown, you want to go north of that for the... There you go. Robert Johnson is at 30. Unknown is at 31. Looks like Robert and unknown are going to be battling it out for this 1954 proof. What a beauty. I've got unknown right now in the lead at 31. I'm going to say going one time and see if there's a response from Robert. And then we're going to get to some gold. And I'm going two times on, let's see, 31 with unknown. And Mrs. T, are you
31 unknown?
31 unknown? Unknown, $31. Unknown, $31. Ooh, that might be the steal of the day right there. Good one there. All right, now, before we get to this little gold that I have to tell you a story. And there was a bidder last week who goes by the name of Bob Barker, and he won this little gold nugget here in a neat little card. And for whatever reason, Bob Barker just went away and didn't pay, didn't email me, didn't, just won it and went away. And I can tell you this, as a fan of the Wheel of Fortune, I would tell you that Pat Sajak wouldn't have done that. Bob Barker, I don't know what happened to old Bob Barker, but I know my Polish prince, Pat Sajak, would not have done that. So here we go. Yeah, he's with Michelle. And so there's a little gold nugget. And so this is a cool little piece. If you don't own a gold nugget, it's kind of a neat little display piece right there. And just for the heck of it, TJF starts me at $20. I'll say, yeah, come on down, Bob, and pay for your little gold nugget. Let's see. We have unknown at 21 on the neat little display piece, suitable for framing. TJF is at 22. Oh, Nancy is at 22. TJF, you're out. Nancy's at 23. Actually, Nancy, I think you kind of outbid yourself. You're in the lead at 22. But we'll see where this one goes. And so, I don't know, maybe he got sick or something like that. I'm poking a little bit of fun. I don't want to be mean. But life happens. Maybe something happened. And yeah, Nancy, I wouldn't let you outbid yourself, but someone else did. TJF outbid you. TJF is at 24. So I don't know. You guys can just imagine what happened with Bob, but it's okay. I've got unknown at 25, and let's see. Maybe he's with one of the models. I don't know. There was rumors about the real Bob Barker with some of those models, I think, back in the day. But anyway, let's go with unknown at 25 on the little gold nugget. TJF is at 26 with at 26. We have TJF and these. What is the grams on the nugget? Nancy, I have no idea. You're mainly buying this because A, it's a cool little piece of gold. B, it's a gold nugget, which, who owns a gold nugget? Not many people. And C, it comes in a neat little display case. I didn't have the heart to take it out of there, kind of ruin the display and weigh it. This is the way I purchased it. So I'm sorry, Nancy, I don't know. It's just cool. It's just, you're buying it for the cool factor. I've got TJF at 26. I have TJF at 26. All righty. Yeah, yeah, Mrs. C, that's what I was responding. The Tiger was saying that's disrespectful on Bob Barker's, you know, perspective. But, you know, life happens. Maybe something bad happened to him. You know, God willing, that's not the case. But I'm saying going one time with TJF for 26 on the cool little piece and a display case, a little display card. 26 going 2 times. And let's see, sniper time. Sold to TJF at 26. All right, Mrs. T, this one goes to TJF. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go look, and Mark and Tule and Central Michigan, I'm going to need your help here. I've got another one. Let's see who the backup bidders were and see if the backup bidders want one of these at the same price for 26. So I had unknown at 25. Unknown, would you like one at 26 for your little paper plate here for another one? Your choice. And maybe if you got the moderators could kind of give me a list of who else was beyond unknown. So unknown, we'll wait a second for your response to see if you want one at 26. And unknown says he'll take it. And so then let's see who the backup bidder prior to that was, because this is the last one. And we're going to give that person the honor of having. So who was before unknown? Who was before unknown? And because unknown took that. Anybody can help me there. This will be the option of whoever was prior in the mix prior to unknown. Anybody see that? Scrolling up, there's TJF, there's unknown. Nancy, 26, are you interested? Nancy, 26, are you interested? If not, yeah, Nancy, it was you. If you want it, you can have it at 26, or else I'll just put it away. Your choice, Nancy. Just let us know. She says yes. Okay, Nancy, there you go. Okay, enough about Bob Barker. Do I have any Libertad fans in the house? Do I have any If you watch my channel, there's a good chance you've got to be a Libertad fan. Let's start this one. Let me zoom in a little bit. It is what year is that? 2022. Last year's Libertad. Start it wherever you want. Start it at $1. There you go.
Is that a 2 ounce?
No, it's a 1 ounce. 1 ounce. If it was 2 ounce, I would have started it at $2. No, just kidding. Okay, there you go. Nice little, just right out of a tube. You've got the coat of arms here on the obverse. Educational moment here. If you didn't know, this is the obverse. And, you know, always stuff to learn. There is the reverse with the beautiful Angel of Independence on it.
Orange 45.
And let's see. Where are we at? Oh, I've got to scroll all the way down, Mrs. T. We're at Oren at 45. Oren at 45. And my hope is to offer Libertads at every 2022, Mark, at every single auction. And because I know how many people love these coins just as I do. Okay, we've got Oren at 45 going one time on the Libertad. Oren at 45 going 2 times on the Libertad. And any other interest?
46 Tiger.
Tiger is at 46. Ooh, good catch, Mrs. T. Tiger is at 46. And we've got some Libertad lovers in the house. And let me tell you, Mrs. T and I both really appreciate you guys being here, hanging out. There's 86 people here, Mrs. T, on a Sunday morning. And we're going to church a little bit later. And we're starting the morning with an auction. We got a good old auction going on here. I've got Tiger at 46 going 1 time. Tiger at 46 going 2 times on the 2022 pristine Libertad coin. And it is a coin. It's not a round. And Mrs. T, do you see anything?
Nope, Tiger 46.
So Tiger gets the 1 ounce Libertad. Here you go. Okay, now there's 89 people here, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. I mean, how can it get any better than a Libertad? But if you are a vintage bar fan and you've been mesmerized by that little spinning device I have there, you may have been drooling over this right here, as was I when I found it. It was sold to me. That's a beauty, guys. That is a beauty. Let me show it to you so you know what you're bidding on. Nice and heavy in the hand. If you are an Engelhard lover, you know that you could easily look up these numbers on allengelhard.com. One thing that I really like about this one is that you could even see some pour lines here in the corners. It is a waffle back. So if you see this texture here, this is a more desirable one because evidently as they kind of roll off the conveyor belt or however they made them back in the 70s or 80s, it has this texture on the back. That's called a waffle back. It's a stunner, and hopefully the camera does it justice. That is a stunner. I like it so much that I wouldn't let it go for under $360. $360 is the starting bid, or else it'll just go back into my personal collection. And $360 is the starting bid on this one, and it is up to you. $360 is the starting bid on this Engelhard, or it will make its way. Worth every cent is right. I've seen these in shops at north of 400. Mary, thank you. Mrs. T, Mary just gave us one of those super chats for $10. Thank you, Mary. That's very nice of you. Appreciate you hanging. Hey, there's 99 people here. That's incredible. Okay, so 360 is the start, and we'll give it a few minutes, but I honestly, I like it so much, it'll go straight into my permanent stack in my bar collection. I have another one like that, and there we go. Matthew DeHart knows what he's looking at, and dang, I was kind of hoping I would keep it. Right. But Matthew, you are the man. You've got it at, Emerald. Robert Johnson says 900 on eBay. Tully's at 370, Matthews at 380, and now we've got ourselves an auction. Dang. Bye-bye, Mr. Engelhard. We've got ourselves an auction. I was hoping people would know what they're looking at here. And let me zoom in just a little bit and see if, there you go.
392, 400 TJF.
Yeah, that's more like it. That's the going rate for those is 400 in the shops. And I've got TJF at 400. Matthew, you're out. And we've got ourselves an auction here. Tully's at 405 on the Engelhard bar. Tully says, forget about the moderator thing. I'm a bidder right now. Matthew is at 410. Tully's at 415 without any hesitation whatsoever. And Mark, if you don't like vintage, you just don't get it. Those of us who are crazy enough to be into the vintage stuff know that it's not going down in value. The amount above and beyond the silver price, it's going up in value because they ain't making these anymore. That's Engelhard, baby. All right. We've got Matthew at 420. We just had 420 the other day. 420 with Matthew. 450. Tully is at 450. She knows what she's looking at here. Wow. And she's going for the juggler there at 450. And here we go. Tully. Let's see if there is a response above and beyond 450. My bids have been in $5 increments. Yeah, it's got to be 5 or higher. Yep. You know what happens when someone posts? I'm not sure. I'm more of a drinker. I don't do that kind of stuff. If that's what you're talking about, Emerald. Thule is at 450. And I'm going to say going one time and see if there's any response. Mary, thank you so much for the super chat. Another one just rolled in. I think
Mary.
People are tuning in. We've got 102 people here, and I can't believe that. That's awesome.
Yes.
I think a lot of people are here for, Matthew is at 460 for the entertainment value. And Matthew and Thule battling it out with 104 people watching. Thule doesn't back down. She's at 470.
Wow, Thule.
And Thule's coming strong. But these guys know what they're looking at. And it's something beautiful that they're not making any more of. Silver Forever, another awesome channel member or content creator. He has an awesome channel. Silver Forever, thanks for hanging out here, buddy. And people are cheering on Thule. But Matthew is no chump himself. These guys are both going strong after that. Now, who's in the lead? Thule's in the lead at 470. Let's see if Matthew responds.
T, you really like that bar all week.
I know. It's got the one I have. This one actually has nicer tone to it, and those pour lines are beautiful. But I'm saying going one time to Thule. And let's see if there's any response. And then I'm going to say 2 times to Thule. And so this will be the customary 8 to 10 seconds. I'll hesitate just for a moment, let the final bids kind of roll in. And Mrs. T, are you seeing anything on your screen? Going once? Going twice? Sold to Thule. Thule, that is like a showpiece bar, piece of your collection. You can be very, very proud of. And man, that's a beauty. That is a beauty. Woo! Mrs. T, that was something else. I was a little worried when I first threw that out there, but on the second hand, I wasn't really worried because I would have kept the dang thing.
That's right. It would have
at
been
that
in
price.
Collection.
All right. Speaking of collections, if you are fans of poured silver, I have, and it comes with a little satchel and a certificate of authenticity. I have started pouring silver. Many of you know that. And so this is one of my only 3 poured pieces that will be up for auction today. And Steve, new member. Thank you, Steve. Welcome, buddy. And just so you know, and so let me take this opportunity to remind everybody, and maybe if one of the moderators, and by the way, we're about to do another giveaway too. One of the moderators can help me with this. Shipping is $5, but if you're a channel member at level 2, 3, or 4, my way of saying thank you is offering free shipping. There's a link somewhere towards the top of the comments. If you want to do me that honor of becoming a channel member and supporting the craziness that I do around here, that's why I put Crazy Train at the end of most of my videos. It's been a crazy journey. And by the way, this is for Thule. If you want to become a channel member, you get free shipping if you are at level 2, 3, or 4. Okay, what you see here is a beautiful little channel button. Steve Oki, a new member. Welcome, Steve. Little button here. If you're wondering, the weight's a heavy little sucker. It's 1.3. I was shooting for 1 ounce and I was overweight here. This is number 7. So if you're getting this when you're still in the kind of the range where I'm not even into double digits with these things, I am a relatively new silver pourer. I'm learning the craft, but that is a nice little button there. And Revolution starts me at 37, and I'll say, sounds good to me, Revolution. 37 is the bid on the little piece of TheSilverStacker history. Comes with a certificate of authenticity, a little felt pouch, and Oren is at 40. And not only does it come with that stuff, it comes with the knowledge that you're supporting my channel and you're enough of a fan. You've got a piece created by these hands right here. And not all of them come out good, I can tell you that. A good percentage of them go back into the furnace and remelted. And if they're good enough, I put them out for you guys for your consideration. Again, I only have 3 items that I've melted or that I've poured on the auction today. And this is one of the 3. I've got Oren at 50, and Mrs. T looks like some good interest. It always humbles me to know that people A, like my pours, B, like my channel enough to support in this way. I'm looking at Oren at $50 with interest in some other folks, but I'm going to say Oren going one time, because the next item we have is a giveaway and more trivia. Oren going 2 times on the channel button for $50 in support of my art and craft of silver pouring. Ooh, Tiger's at 54. I've got some cool stuff planned, and Mrs. T can attest. I kind of dream this stuff up, and then I mess with it, and then comes the planning phase. Like, okay, I have this dream of what I want to make, and then the planning phase comes in, and I start planning, and then the pouring is what you never know exactly what you're going to get. I have 7 stacks at 57 on the little button. 7 stacks at 57 on the button. I'll say going once to 7 stacks. And then once you pour, sometimes I have stuff that you guys have never seen that just wasn't to my satisfaction. It went back into the old furnace, and so it's fun. It's a blast to spend a morning. I've got Tiger at 60. Nina, oh, thanks for bidding, Nina. Welcome. And 7, you guys are out. Tiger's at 60. And Snoopy feels my pain. She also is a silver pourer and knows what I'm talking about when it comes to not everything is a wonderful success. 7 is at 61. And hi, James Real. He is Mr. T now. Nina is at 62. And we've got a nice little battle here, Mrs. T. And Revolution throws out a $1.99 super chat. And I sent a little something for his son, his hijo Lucas, and the little super chat is for the cafecito, the little coffee this morning. That's for the Keurig there, Revolution. Appreciate it. All righty, I'm gonna say going one time, and then I'm gonna say, and who is in the lead? Is it Nina at 62? I'm going to say going 2 times, and somebody just help me out here and confirm that it's Nina in the lead at 62. Is
Tiger
it
65.
What Tiger? Tiger prowling there in the weeds, pounces. Tiger pounces at 65. Again, a big honor. And so for those of you who don't understand, yeah, that's only 1.3 ounces of silver. But what you do, the people who are thinking in a different way can understand, is that's supporting me and the channel and Mrs. T and everything we do. And let's see, I have Tiger at 65 is what I'm looking at. Is there someone else at 66? I'm looking at Tiger at 65. Is Emerald Coast in there somewhere?
Nina at 67 now.
It's at 67?
With Nina.
Nina's at 67. Okay, that clears things up. Nina is in the lead at 67. And we have
Tiger at 70.
Tiger's at 70. Okay, wow.
And ECS said no, he's out.
Okay, thanks, ECS. Emerald Coast. I'm sure that weather down there is prettier than it is here.
The Revolution at 70? No, we're at 70.
Tiger is at 70. Tiger, thank you, Central Michigan. Thank you, Mark. I'm going to say Tiger at 70. Going, yeah, that's a heck of a battle. Higher than the channel buttons went for last, but you're still in the single digits. I'll be up in the double digits probably by next week. But either way, I'm going 2 times to Tiger at 70. And Tiger at 70 is the leader. Is that correct? Going once, going twice. And that clap was not only for Tiger, but also for Nina and the others who bid. And thank you guys. Appreciate it so much. Next, we have a giveaway. And many moons ago, before I was born, and for probably before others here were born, you would receive paper currency that said silver certificate on the top. And you could literally go and cash this in for real silver in your hand at the bank and other places. This is a silver certificate that I'm going to give away to someone who knows the answer to this trivia question. And all right, this is going to be a good one, and you have to be a real fan of the channel to know this one. What's the last name of the coin shop owner? His first name's Alan, who has a shop in Mishawaka, Indiana. What's the last name of the coin shop owner? He's the guy who allowed me to hold a bar in my hands that was nearly 1,000 troy ounces. I hurt myself practically with this bar. My biceps were aching holding this bar in Mishawaka, Indiana. Does anybody know Alan's last name? And that's, by the way, that's the name of the coin shop. Let's see. This is a tough one. Yeah. Hey, they're not all going to be softballs that you could all just Google. And by the way, is RH here today?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You got to be kidding me. Is it RH again?
Yes.
It's not Humperdinck. It's not Alan Alda. And I used to always watch that show MASH when I wanted to fall asleep at night. It's Noonamaker.
Yeah.
RH is the channel fanatic, my friends. RH. My goodness. People are going to think you're on the take, RH. I want to declare this right here and right now. I don't know RH personally. He's not my cousin in the next room giving answers. RH is just a channel fanatic. And RH, of course, Mark says, Mrs. T, you better make a plate for RH. And by the way, he has a couple more auction or giveaway opportunities. Woo! RH, you are the man. RH, you are the man. All right, what we have next is going to be plucked off the turntable. We've got one of the last vintage rounds. There you go, guys. If you're new here, let me just explain. The veterans who have been to my auctions understand what this is and what they're looking at. This is a Engelhard round, the American Prospector. It's got the big E with this little bull logo. The little bull logo makes it desirable. It's from 1982. That makes it vintage. And then if that's not enough, it is as it came in 1982 in this little lollipop wrapper. And just to kind of show like how people understand the significance and the value of this thing, I'm going to throw it out there for $1 is the starting bid on the American Prospector. And by the way, this is for RH. Congratulations, RH. All right, $1 on the Engelhard Gator Train Chaser. Knows what he's looking at. He says 46. Forget this $1 stuff. Robert Johnson's at 50. Robert Johnson's at 50. Gator Train Chaser. And guys, I'm sorry. I'm basically running out of these things. We're at $51 at Robert Johnson. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I am going to make it even more interesting. These are the last ones right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Winner can take 1, or let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The winner can take 1 or all the way up to 6, and that's because that's all I got here. So it's up to the winner to decide whether they want to take 1, 2, 4, 5. I'm not going to bust out the scissors and cut these out. I'm going to ship them to you just the way they are. And I've got Jonathan at $55 on the Engelhard Prospectors. And why are they cut? That's the way I got them, TJF. Yeah. And that's the way I got them. And that's, I wouldn't have cut them myself, but I've got Robert Johnson at 56 in the driver's seat. And Robert will have the opportunity, if he's the winning bidder when this is all said and done, to take 1, 2, 5, or 6. Nina's at 65. She's coming out swinging, man. Woo! Nina at 65. Nina at 65. Wow. Last week, was it, Mrs. T, that Eric wound up with a couple of them for $86? And that was crazy. But Nina is not messing around here. Nina knows her vintage, and Nina's at 65. And Chris said he would cut it. There you go, because he hates plastic. And yesterday was Earth Day. Plastic needs to be recycled. I don't know if Nina would recycle this plastic, Mrs. T. I don't know. What do you think? I'm going to say Nina going 2 times with that really, really strong bid. And in just a moment, assuming Nina is the winner here, I will ask Nina, how many do you want? So Nina, what you're bidding on is just one of these. So Nina, I just want to make sure you understand. You're bidding on just one of those. Hopefully everybody heard me explain that well enough. And I hope I did a good enough job explaining. Nina, you're bidding on one of these, and your option when you win is to take 1 at 65, 2 at 65. That would be 130 all day, and et cetera, et cetera. And the price is per coin. And Mrs. T, do you see any other bids coming in?
No.
Okay, going once, going twice. Okay. Sold to Nina. Nina, your option. We want to know, inquiring minds want to know, are you going to take 1, 2, 5, 6? It's up to you. Nina, you let us know how many you want. And you could just say all if you'd like, or you could just say 1. It's up to you. And the ladies are coming out strong today, Mrs. T. We've got Nina, we've got Thule. The ladies are not messing around. Eric bought 2 last week at $86 a piece. Nina wants 1. Okay. Mrs. T. Right. Okay, here we go. Plate for Nina. Yeah. 1 of those. So at this point in time, what we do is we go to backup bidders and see if any of them want a crack at this at 65. So Robert, your last bid was at 56. As I'm looking at that, that's the last highest bid. Robert, do you want 1 for 65 to match Nina? Robert, you're in the driver's seat. And not only that, I mean, you could take more than 1 if you want. You could take them all. There's 5 left. All right, we'll pause for a second to see if Robert wants 1. Robert wants 1. Okay. So Mrs. T, there you go. Robert wants 1 at 65. Now let's go back in time and see who is prior to Robert. And I'll ask my moderators to kind of keep me honest here and make sure I'm doing a good job. We had Robert at 56. We had Jonathan at 55. So Jonathan, at $65, do you want to match Robert and Nina? Your choice at $65. Jonathan says just 1. Jonathan, boom, there you go. Mrs. T is working fast over here. Jonathan, now was there anybody else besides those guys? Moderators, help me out here. Prior to that, I had Jonathan at 55, and we had TJF at 52. TJF, do you want one at 65? TJF and Mark says Gator was in there as well. Do either of you guys want one at 65? Let us know, and then we will proceed. And any other, let's see. And Mrs. T, can you grab me a 3x5 card and a marker? TJF says he'll take one. This is for TJF.
Okay.
Thank you. So a plate for TJF. And anybody else? Gator, I've got 2 left. Engelhard rounds at $65. And Gator, I will leave it to you to respond, and then we've got other stuff coming in just a second. All right, here's what I'll do. Anybody else, I will just say bin $65 on these right here. So throughout the auction, if anybody else shows up, there they are, $65 on the Engelhards right there. Let's see. TJF, did we get you already?
Yes. Yes.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Steve says, I'll take one if nobody wants the last one. So Steve Oki,
Okay.
Mrs. T.
Okay.
Steve Oki
Okay.
takes one. And anybody else? Anybody else? Last one for 65. And if not, we're going to go on to other stuff. Steve Oki has one for 65. And so let me see what we have next. Woohoo. All righty. Guys. Hey, Patriotic Stacker, my man. Patriotic is an awesome channel. You got to watch him. Not right now, but sorry, Patriotic. After the auction, go check him out. He's the one that really helped me along getting these auctions started and telling me what StreamYard and what site to use and all that kind of stuff. And most importantly, he kind of instilled confidence in me, like, hey, do this, man. Just give it a try and see what happens. All right, guys, here we go. The next piece is for, and by the way, this is for everybody who bought one of those. The next piece is for those of you who are fans of A, my silver pours, and B, the show, The Mandalorian, that just had its final episode of the season on Wednesday night. If you're into The Mandalorian, I've got a Mandalorian silver pour here. Let me show you all the sides. There we go. All the way around. Mandalorian. This is the way, my friends. Stamped with my logo, 2.87 ounces, number 5. Maybe since the season ended, maybe this will be the last one. Probably, not positive, but probably. And started, let's see, it's almost 3 ounces. Let's just start it at $75 and see where it goes on the Mandalorian pour. Mandalorian pour. This is the way, my friends. $75. See if there's any interest at a $75 start, which is, gosh, that's just about the silver value, let alone the craftsmanship and the cool design. But either way, we'll see if there's interest. And if there is, we'll have an auction. If not, we'll go on to something else. I have Burgon at 76. Burgon, welcome. I don't recognize your name. Revolution at 77.
Homemade version.
And yeah, this is homemade. This is something I poured with my own hands and my own furnace, and came up with the design. And let's see, where are we at? We're at 77 at Revolution. 77, it comes in a little felt pouch, certificate of authenticity, and especially if you are a first time bidder, you will get one of these stickers. Some of you have already gotten like 3 of these stickers, so I won't fill up your mailbox with more stickers. But there you go. 77 at Revolution 77, and I'm going one time to Revolution at 77. If you're a fan of The Mandalorian, pretty good show for kids. Mrs. T enjoyed it with me, and yeah, I'm going 2 times with 77 with Revolution, and we'll see where this one lands. Any other bidders, speak now or forever hold your peace. And Mrs. T, do you see any other bids on your screen? Going once. Wait. Ooh, SGT 78 out of nowhere. The sergeant comes marching down at 78, and whoo, I was just about to hit the sold button. And SGT and Patriotic, thank you for helping out, my friend. SGT is at 78. We'll start it all over. We'll see if Revolution fires back at the sergeant. And let me. Jonathan Eason is at 80. Nina was at 79. SGT is 85. Well, now everybody came out of the woodwork, Mrs. T. Yes. I was getting to have like some kind of a complex that nobody likes my silver pours anymore. Okay, we've got ourselves an auction now. I'm going to sit back and see. Nina is at 86. And yeah, no, Central Michigan, that is, I created that in 1974 when I was 3 years old. I came up with that original design. Just kidding. SGT is at 90. Now you guys have me laughing here. SGT, and hey, the Cranky Stacker is here. Hi, Cranky. Better than the Stanky Stacker. Okay. All right, we've got Nina at 91, and we've got ourselves an auction. And Patriotic is my main man. He's here, and glad to have you here, buddy. I'm going to say, whoa, SGT is at 100. SGT and I are both going to the same coin show this weekend. It's called Central States. There'll be people from all over the Midwest, literally all over the country. There's going to be about 600 dealers there. We'll see what I come up with. I'm going big. I'm Mrs. T. When it comes to shopping this Friday, when we're at that show, we're going big, baby. We are going big. We're going to use the proceeds from this auction and the previous auctions, and we're going big. Wait till you see what I come up with. All righty. Having a great day. There's 102 people here. We've got Nina at 105. And I was just about to shed a tear that nobody wanted my Mandalorian, and then people came out of the woodwork. Nina at 105. The next bid would be 110. And SGT, I hear you said you're going to be there on Saturday. We will be there on Friday, but we're spending the night, so we might see you on Saturday if you're there in the morning. And if you are, hey, let's hang out, man. Let's see. Going SGT is at 110, and heck, I can hand deliver it to you. Save on shipping. No, I like to. We kind of, it's a kind of a weird little thing. Mrs. T and I kind of like putting all this stuff together on Sundays and shipping it out. Anyway, I'm going to say one time to SGT, and Nina's out. I'm going to say 2 times to SGT. I know why I won't divulge your personal information, but this may or may not be for a special little person in your life, SGT. I'm not sure, but I am going to say going once, going twice. Sold SGT 110 on the custom pour. Okay, something that will probably go for a little less, and that's cool. And thank you, SGT. It's a nice little piece. If you are one of those silverback stackers, or you just happen to like nature, this is a gorilla. This is a silverback gorilla. It's not wanting to focus. This is actually a coin. It's not just a round. It's Republic of Congo, 5,000 francs CFA. Dang, 5,000 francs. Talk about inflation over there. I wonder what that's actually worth. There you go. You've got a silverback gorilla. He's either making a very loud scream to intimidate his foe, or he is yawning, getting ready to climb up into a tree and go to bed. You guys get to decide. TJF's a 25 on the coin, the silverback coin. Unknown is it? I don't even have to throw out a bid, Mrs. T. I was going to say $1, but these guys, Robert's at 31 on the silverback gorilla. Mrs. T and I are both nature lovers. I don't know if any of you are from the Cincinnati area, but the Cincinnati Zoo is probably one of the best zoos we've ever been to. We've also been to the world famous San Diego Zoo. Here's what big nerds we are. We literally hopped in a rental car, left Las Vegas, Nevada, and drove to the San Diego Zoo in SoCal for a day trip because we're nature lovers, we're nerds. We did hit the beach, but we wanted to go to the world famous San Diego Zoo. But anyway, enough about our goofiness. Robert's at 45 on the silverback gorilla, and I saw a heck of a gorilla at the Field Museum. His name is Bushman. He's a very famous gorilla that has been taxidermied at the Field Museum. I'm going to make a video on that and you'll see it. But either way, Wyatt is at 46. St. Louis has an awesome free zoo. Good to know. Good to know. Wyatt is at 46. Let's see if any of the other interested parties jump in towards the end here, because I'm going to say going one time. Going one time. Indianapolis has a nice little zoo. It's small, but it's very, very well kept and kid friendly. I'm going to say going 2 times. Of course, we've been to Brookfield. We've been to Lincoln Park 2 times on the silverback at $46. And as we're all talking about zoos now, going once, going twice, sold at $46, and I think that was Wyatt Smart. Yeah, Robert was at 45. Wyatt was at 46. Wyatt Smart took the silverback at 46 as he finds his new home. And by the way, last call, these bin $65. This one has a little tone action, by the way. A little tone action on this particular one. $65 if you want it. Just say Ben Engelhard. And let me see. Oh boy. All right, get ready. Millennial Stacker, are you here? Millennial Stacker, if you're listening, you might want to pay attention what's about to go down right here on this channel. We could have something that's unprecedented here. There's 91 people. I hope it's the right 91 people who appreciate vintage. This bar comes with a story. Oh Lord, here we go, Mrs. T. This bar comes with a story. Now let me tell you the story. The story is this. This was minted, or poured, I should say, by B.R. McKay. Now let me zoom in a little bit here so you guys can really see her. B.R. McKay, back in the day, back in the 80s, is when this bar is from. Here's the back side of it, and the interesting side is right here. It's all right on the front here. It all has 10.76. All the info's on the front here. This bar here was poured in the 80s. B.R. McKay and Sons. The story is this. This bar was made from recycled X-rays and industrial uses of metals. As we all know, silver is a precious metal that has lots and lots of industrial uses. One of those uses is making X-rays. I was so curious about it, I had to watch a video this week, and sure enough, They do take x-rays. The plastic film has silver infused in it. They remove the silver in a long and tedious process that involves using chemicals. One of those chemicals back in the 1980s was cyanide. One of the employees at B.R. McKay's shop died of cyanide poisoning. Sad story indeed. So some people say these aren't water drops, those are blood drops, because the folklore is that as this man was pouring these bars, he was coughing and so forth, and blood was splattering out on some of the bars. Gross story, but the story didn't end there. B.R. McKay himself, for putting that man in danger, wound up going to prison on manslaughter charges because the court of law found him guilty of putting this man in danger, and which led to his demise. Man, oh man, if that's not enough, these bars are highly collectible. Let me show you what these bars go for now. The millennial numismatist found this right here. This is a recent sale on eBay for something very similar, a similar size bar. I think this one might have been 11 ounces. This one happens to be 10.76, very similar. $519. That's what people are paying for. Oh gosh, this was just this month. This was just recent. $500, north of $500 on a bar like this. And this is not my bar. I have to admit, I do not own this bar. I'm selling this one on behalf of the millennial numismatist, and he has given me permission to throw this out here to you guys and start the bidding at $350. $350 on a bar of a lifetime. I don't know if you'll ever see another bar like this again. You could call it spooky. You could call them blood bars. You could call them interesting piece of SilverStacker history. But either way, Matthew DeHart is in at $350. And we'll see where this baby lands. The starting bid, it says 10.76 troy ounces. The actual ounces are probably irrelevant. The bar itself and the history is what is incredible. So, Matthew, if you wind up being the winning bidder, it's a $519 bar all day, and you started us off at $350, and we'll see where it goes. And let's see, guys, are you going to allow Matthew to steal this bar at $350, or are you going to jump in? It's up to you. Anybody interested out of our, Mark left, he's sick. Mark, I'm very sorry to hear that. Mark, sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope you feel better. I will be in touch with you in the days to come. I've got Thule at $370, Matthew at $400 on a bar that'll sell on eBay for $500 all day long. So we're still in the bargain range here. Mm-hmm. And just full disclosure, and Mrs. T, you don't even know about this yet, but I bought one of these bars from the millennial numismatist for $400. That's what I paid. That was my price. And he said, hey, T, for the hell of it, throw one out there at $350 to spur the interest in an auction. And my price that I actually paid for a bar just like this was $400. So I'm looking at Matthew at $400. And Matthew, man, that's a steal. Thule, you know what you're looking at. And if you want it, $405 would be the next bid. $405 would be the next bid from Thule or anybody else. Robert jumps in the mix at $405. Robert jumps in the mix at $405. And I'll tell you what, I am going to say a little prayer for my friend Mark, someone that I've gotten to know over the period of time here and care for very much. So Matthew is at $410. We've got Thule, Robert, and Matthew in the mix here at $410 for a bar, like I mentioned, that just sold for $5.19. And Tiger, wake up, man. This is a bar that goes for $500 on eBay, and it's going for $410 right now. Just kidding, Tiger. Just kidding. I know, Tiger. For those of you who don't know, I've gotten to know Tiger a little bit over the last couple of months, and Tiger's a hard worker. I will tell you that. He is a hard worker. He travels very far for work. He's a hard worker. So if anybody deserves a nap, it's you, buddy. Tuli's at $4.15. Matthew's at $4.20. I would say this bar is not only an interesting piece for your collection, but I would also say at this point in time, when this price range of $4.30 with Tuli, it's a good investment, because Tuli could probably just put this on and make $100 off it on eBay if she wanted to. Tuli's at $4.30. Matthew responds at $4.35. Matthew responds at $4.35. Nancy says Ben Engelhard. Nancy Ishek is binning the Engelhard. That's out of the way. Thank you, Nancy. And that's for you. We've got some serious bidding here on this serious. This is like serious collector zone here, guys. And 445 is 450 is where Matthew's at right now. And yeah, if Tuli wins it, I can't wait to see her unboxing video, and her telling the story of this video or this bar on her channel would make a very fascinating video indeed. But she's got to win it first, and she is in the lead at 460. Tuli is in the lead at 460. Matthew does not hesitate, Mrs. T. He responds at 465. And in my humble opinion, we're still in the bargain zone right now at 465. Yeah, Revolution. Yeah, the guy paid $5.19 on eBay, but then you add in all those eBay fees. He was probably closer to 450 or 550 on that bar at the end of the day. Tuli's at 470, and Tiger says he loves it or he likes it, but won't bid against Tuli. Tiger, I don't remember who won the Engelhard bar, Mrs. T. It's that 10 ouncer right there in front of you. Tuli won that one. Let's see. Tuli is a big baller. I will tell you that. She's not messing around. She, some of us like vintage. Some of us know what we're looking at. Some of us know this, and that's why I bought one. How many coin shops have I been to? About 6 million. And this is the first time I've ever seen this bar. It walked into the doors of Harlan J. Burke with a few others. And there you go. There you go. Opportunity right here on my little channel. TJF is at 475. TJF is at Cranky. We're going to hesitate just a minute. We've got more auction items and a giveaway in just a moment. But when we're talking like serious bidders like this, this isn't just some little round. This is some serious money. These people are considering investing in a bar like this. So we'll let this one soak just a little bit and see where it goes, Cranky. Cranky wants to see the next auction, Mrs. T. And it's cool, I will admit. The next auction, I'll give you a little hint. It's from 1893, but we've got to get through this one. This is some serious bidding on a serious piece. And Tuli, my buddy, is at 485. And let's see. Let's see where it goes. And we'll wait a few seconds, and maybe we will do that countdown. But we've got some very interesting parties. These are serious bidders, guys, and they're making a serious decision to go 490 or north of that for nope, it's not a Morgan SGT. I could guess. I'm going to say going one time to Tuli. Once I get my cursor in the right spot. There we go. One time to Tuli. at $4.85.
Matthew,
Matthew responds at $4.90. Then we start all over. Thule, $4.95 is the number to be at. 10 more bucks if you want to be in the lead. And I'm going to say going one time with Matthew. And we'll see what Thule or any of the others who may be waiting in the weeds decide to do. Rome is here. I'm with you, Rome. I'm making that same face.
$4.95 Tiger.
Oh my goodness. Tiger is at $4.95. Let's see if Thule takes it to $500. And Emerald says, boom. Matthew's at $500. Just for the bidding alone, I'm going to give you guys a nice round of applause. Revolution says, oh, snap. And I'm putting this one up for my buddy Russ, the millennial numismatist. And this is kind of the range he was hoping for, and this is where we're at. Can I beat out eBay? We'll see. I don't know. Matthew's at 500, and I'm going to say, man, going one time.
510 Tiger.
Tiger's at 510. And Tiger is at 510. We'll see if Matthew responds with this rare bar. We're going to say 2 times to Tiger at 510. Matthew, I will give you a nice long pause. No, Matthew, I didn't need a long pause. He responded at 515. Tiger, you are out now. And I will give you the same courtesy and say going one time to Matthew and pause and see where Tiger's at on this one.
Millennial said he should have autographed the bar.
Oh, man. And honestly, I don't know what the remainder of that story is. If that guy got out of jail, if he's still alive, or what the deal is. Going 2 times to Matthew at 515. He's been bidding strong all the way.
Tiger 520.
520 Tiger. Tiger 520.
And then Thule wants to know, is this the only one that you
have? Tiger at 520. Thule. There may or may not be. Mrs. T and I are going to kind of put our heads together and decide. There's one more on the table. And I don't know, and I might even need to get a text from my buddy Russ to give permission as to whether or not he thinks this is an acceptable price. So anyway, I'm going to go one time. We've got Tiger at 520. Yeah, Patriotic says, damn, that's right. Holy smokes. Going 2 times to the Tiger Stacker. I can tell you that this is the only one of this particular style, though. I will disclose that before I confer with Russ and say, hey, do you want to let the other one go today or not? And 2 times with Tiger. Matthew, you're out. Going once, going twice. And what I'm looking at is that Tiger at 520 is the leader. Going once, going twice. A customary pause to see if there's another bid. Mrs. T, are you seeing Matthew or anybody else bidding anything north of 520?
No. Okay.
Woo!
Wow.
Man, my heart was beating on that one. Tiger, that's one hell of a piece.
Yeah.
Tiger, that's one hell of a piece of history right there that you're getting. All right, let's all let our adrenaline go down a little bit. I don't know if your heart's pumping like mine, Matthew or Thule or Tiger or anybody else, but what we have, well, let me give 2 claps for that one. Woo! What we have up is, for your consideration, is a neat little piece. If you like history, if you like Chicago World's Fair, and I'll zoom in for you to see, this is commonly called an expo. It's a Columbian Exposition 50-cent piece. Back in the day, these were sold for, I think, $1, if I remember correctly. And the whole idea is they were made specifically for the World's Fair. They were trying to fund the World's Fair, and they were a flop. So a lot of these got melted. Although collectors these days, considering the cool history, the story, the fact that there aren't that many of them because a lot of them got melted. I've got two of them. And the winner gets the option. Well, that's not going to balance. The option of taking either one or both. Ooh, look at this. This is like, right, there we go. One or both, your option. Tuli says smash it. Yeah, this is high drama, Tuli. There's 100 people here. We've got people bidding like maniacs, and rightly so. Awesome stuff. Let's start this at $1 just to calm down a little bit. Woo! Decompress, deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Woo! Expo, a $1 start on a cool piece of history. The thing that makes this really neat, in my humble opinion, is that it's carded in a piece that is suitable for framing.
I'm cranky.
And cranky, you're a 10. Usually the raw expos, just so you know, when you go to a coin shop, in case you're not familiar, that's normally north of 20. And that's just for the ungraded raw expo, north of 20 all day long. And we've got Nina at 12.
Barbara Johnson, 14.
And Robert's at 14. These went in weeks prior for, I don't know, what are they, like 26 or 28 bucks or something like that?
Silver at 20.
What's that?
CM Silver at 20.
CM Silver is at 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we've got ourselves a little auction here on the expos. And while you guys are bidding, I'm going to text Russ.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. I'm going to let him know.
Frankie, 25.
Okay. Well,
Nina, 26.
and Mrs. T, if you'll talk and just let everybody know where the auction is. I'm texting Russ right now to see if he wants to let the other bar go.
Okay, everyone. I am seeing CM Silver at 30. Right now, CM Silver at 30. And then Tiger has a request.
All right. Let's see. Tiger got a request. What's the request, Tiger?
And then Take Care Emerald Coast. See you soon.
I got CM at 30. Is that what we're looking at?
Yes.
All right. CM is at 30. 95 people here. Emerald Coast is leaving. Bye, Emerald. Nice to see you here. And yeah, you don't have to be a member to bid. And if you'd like to become a channel member, if you're at level 2, 3, or 4, you get free shipping. And there's a link. Oh, thanks, Tuli. Appreciate that very much. And I'm going to say going one time and see where we're at. And who is in the lead again, Mrs. T? Going CM. CM is in the lead.
CM Silver at 30.
Is at 30 on the carded expos. And going once, going twice. Oh, I lost my little sound thing as I was texting my buddy Russ. It's back. Going once. Oh, Nina pops up at 31. Ooh, just before I hit the sold button. CM, you're out. Nina is up.
No, CM 32.
Oh, CM is 32. You're seeing it before I am.
Mm-hmm.
And CM is at 32. We've got two people battling. Whoever wins will have the option of either taking one or both. One or both of the cool little carded expos. And let's see if Nina, Nina responded promptly. We've got ourselves a little battle here. You know, they don't all have to be $500 battles. Mm-hmm. These are fun little battles. And Recluse, is it a 1 ounce or so? What this is, Recluse, is the world's first, or the US's first commemorative $50. And they put these out, and it was a 50-cent piece back in the day, and they sold them for $1. And the whole idea was to fund the World's Fair, aka the Columbian Exposition in Chicago in 1892 and 1893, if I remember correctly. And they didn't sell that well. And people made fun of them, and they said, like, who's going to spend $1 on a 50-cent piece? Well, some people did, and that's why they're still around today, and others got melted. So CM is at 40 on this little collectible piece. And there we go, $40 with CM silver. Yeah, inflation indeed. And we've got a nice little battle here. This is fun. Mrs. T, let me ask you, since T is busy. What's the question, Tiger? I missed it. Sorry, buddy. All right. And I'm going to say at 40 with CM, we're going one time. As I wait for Tiger's question, CM is at Coin Cruise here, is going 2 times.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of history, Rudy, with that Columbian Exposition World's Fair. I happen to travel to Chicago quite a bit. I live in Indiana, love Chicago history, and this is a big piece of it. Going once, going twice. Sold. And congratulations. And someone got it at 40. That was CM Silver. CM, I need your response. Do you want 1 or do you want 2? Do you want 1 or do you want 2? There, your option. And he says, both please, CM. You had the right because you were the winning bidder. And they are coming your way, Mrs. T. Okay. We'll put those on a plate and they will be not married, mailed, the other M word, mailed tomorrow on Monday. I was thinking Monday, married, mile, I don't know. It's this, and we're coming down to, we're already 2/3 way through the auction. If you're just joining us, you don't need to be a member, just jump on in. Mm-hmm. And if you enjoy Mexican Silver Libertads, you're in the right place, because every week my aim is to auction a Libertad or 2. We're going to start this one fresh at $1. Who in the heck ever heard of a $1 2022 1-ounce Libertad? Well, people who show up to my auctions, that's who. Nancy's at 32 on the Libertad. And in case you're a newbie, this is the reverse that you're looking at. This is the obverse. And we've got ourselves an auction here for, let me get that glare out of there, a Mexican Silver Libertad. And we're at 41 is what I'm looking at. 44 with Ghost Watch and Ace. And by the way, if you win an auction, let me widen out a little bit. It's free shipping for channel members. It's $5 for everybody else. But if you happen to be nice enough to support the channel by becoming a channel member, and by the way, we've got new channel members every week for the last several weeks. If you're at level 2, 3, or 4, and you're a channel member, you get free shipping. So especially at level 2, which is pretty affordable, it's actually, it makes financial sense to become a channel member and not only support the channel, but get free shipping. I'm looking at Mary at $55 on the Libertad. Mary at $55 on the Libertad. Central Michigan, I'm sure I have a 94, but not auctioning today. Not auctioning today, my friend. And for the most part, I keep my Libertads unless I wind up with something at a shop, and I have lots and lots of them. And so I have 2022s already. Matter of fact, I might even have a tube of those. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Okay. And Tuli, thanks for the members link. Much appreciated. I'm going to say going one time at $55 with Mary. Going 2 times at $55 at Mary for Mary. And anybody else? Higher, Mrs. T, last chance to look. We have any other bids other than that?
That's what I have right now. Mary at $55.
Okay, Mary, $55. And Mary, your option. I'm going to pull out the last one. Mary, do you want one or two? Do you want one or two? Your option. And if you don't take the second one, we'll throw it out to someone else, or we'll just bin it. Mary, do you want one or two? Just let me know. There you go. And we'll pause just for a second to hear Mary's response as to whether or not she wants one or two. And we'll go from there. So Mary, please let us know as I get, the next auction is pretty cool. Let's see. Mary, one or two, how many do you want? Mary, how many do you want? One or two? And Mary, quite contrary. $55. Just let us know. One or two?
What's the difference?
And they are both 2022s. Okay. And just let us know. You can add those to your stack of collection. I only have two. You won the first one. And my question is, do you want the second one at the same price? And she says, "Ruh-oh." I think that means two. There you go.
She said two.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mary takes them both at 55, Mrs. T.
Okay.
And I've got a round. And by the way, thank you, Mary. I've got a round that may be intriguing to some. Is Patriotic still here? Because Patriotic has talked about this particular mint on numerous occasions. The round itself is cool. Don't tread on me. Got a badass looking snake there. It's a rattler. Remind me to tell you my rattlesnake story from Yosemite National Park, by the way. But anyway, it's from an artist called Silver Shield. They have a mint. They make interesting stuff. This is old from 2018. It's not the stuff they're pumping out now. So, this is. And from what I understand from watching Patriotic's channel, is that once he makes something, he never makes it again. So if that is true, and don't quote me on that, that's just what I heard from Patriotic, he's not going to make more of these and just stamp 2023 on them. And TJF throws out 35. Sounds like a good starting bid to me. Let me see if I turn down this light. It helps a little bit. Does that help with the glare at all? Okay. There we go. You've got a neat little bar there. Hey, it's not bar, round from, what's the name of that mint again? Silver Shield on a limited edition round. Whoa. I heard these things are highly collectible. I didn't know they were $65 collectible, but Matthew is at 65. Matthew is at 65 on the Silver Shield. Do you guys know that artist? Have you watched any of those videos where the other guy's showing? He has some very provocative, different pours and, rounds that he creates. The quality is very impressive. But I'm going to say one time, and wow is right, Gator Train.
And what I'm saying, we're seeing the true value of silver here today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. In the last 2 weeks, I've gone into two shops that had no silver. It was incredible, and people were walking. One was in Illinois, one was in Franklin, Indiana, and people were like, "What do you mean you don't have silver?" And we're like, "We don't. Somebody just bought our last X amount of ounces, 500 ounces or whatever it was," and that was the story in Illinois too. And then I'm like, "How about gold? You got any 10 ounces or quarter ounces? If you don't have silver, I'll take gold." Nope, we don't have any.
They want to know if it's 2 ounce or 1 ounce.
This is just 1 ounce, 1 ounce silver.
Tiger's at 62.
Tiger is at 62. Thanks for having my back, Mrs. T. I didn't.
But Matthew's still at 65.
Well, wait a minute. I think Matthew, wasn't he north of that?
Yeah, he was.
Let me go back. Matthew was at 65, Tiger. 66 would be the bid if you want that one. And
yeah, Matthew said I already bid 65.
Yep. Matthew is the leader right now. And I'm going to say Matthew at 65 is going one time. Tiger adjusts and it says 66. And for the Silver Shield
Matthew's at 70.
round, Matthew is at 70. Matthew, and no worries. Matthew is at 70. Let's see if Tiger responds for the rent. And like I said, I'm pretty sure these are collectible. Let's see, one time at 70. Matthew at 70, going one time. Tiger's at 75. Whoa, we got a battle. Matthew versus Tiger. And we're down to this is the last. Mrs. Just so you know, if you can picture in your mind, Mrs. T and I put 3 rows of stuff out, and we're on. This is the last of row 2. We're about to go to row 3. Then we have a giveaway, and at the end we have a giveaway. I'm at Tiger at 75. Tiger at 75. No, this is just 1 ounce. This is a 1 ounce. Let's see. Yeah, 1 troy ounce. Cool snake design. And we've got Tiger at 75. 1 ounce on the collectible round there from Silver Shield Mint. And I'm going to say going one time to Tiger. 75. Well, Tiger is what I'm looking at. You're in the lead at 75. And
okay.
Tiger at 75. Giveaway time. Congratulations, Tiger. Thank you very much. It is now time for a giveaway. And if you are up on your T trivia, you better be quick with the responses here. This is a weird little piece. It's a Civil War copper piece that is gold plated with 18 karat gold is what I was told. And let's see here. It comes with a little certificate of authenticity. It comes with a number. It's from American Mint. There you go. And it's got something about war aims of the Confederacy. So interesting little piece of copper that's gold plated. This is going to be somebody's. And I'll also throw in some 40% silver. But you've got to know your trivia for the Silver Stacker trivia.
I'm saying ban RH.
Ban RH. I can see. I promise you, RH is not in the next room. And thanks for having my back, Tuli. And I've made a lot of friends throughout this whole process, whether it's you guys watching or people who own or run or work at coin shops. One of the guys that I've met that I like very much, this guy has a wonderful sense of humor, is named Mike Nodelman. Mike Nodelman is the other half of the Coin Show podcast. Matt Dinger is the other half. What shop does Mike Nodelman work at? What shop does Mike Nodelman work at? He's been featured on several videos, and as TJF says, Rig, that better not be RH responding already. Let's see. Tiger. Yeah, let's see. All right, we'll see. Oh, Lord. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. What the heck? No, it's not the Gold Depot. It's Harlan J. Burke in Chicago. Harlan J. Burke. Mm-hmm. Is it really, Mrs. T?
It really is.
Let me just go up to make sure. Tiger has, RH must have watched every single video here. He knows them. RH, he must have Pentagon strength internet speed, and he's faster than everybody else. And people are beginning to think this whole thing is rigged. We might have to make an RH rule and say, limit, you could only win 2 times. And then you have to take a break. RH again, doggone. I don't know how, honestly, guys, I have no idea how he does it. And this is for our RH. And guys, this is for everybody who feels this way when you're bidding against RH. RH, they're booing you, man. Just kidding. Let me catch my breath here. Oh, brother. Yeah, 7's like he answered before you asked. How the heck? Mind reader? Clairvoyant? I don't know.
RH says, bring it on.
And I swear this is not some kind of rig or something like that. This is the last piece that is a TheSilverStacker original pour. It's over an ounce. This is the last one that is a button that is under in single digits. This is number 9. And I tell you, I have 2 stamps. One's a little stamp. And by the way, it comes with a little felt little thingamajigger here. It comes with a little felt satchel. I have 2 stamps. One's a small one, one's a large one. The small one is easy to stamp. The large one is a pain because it requires more surface area. And this is the large stamp, which actually came out, man, that's centered like dead on. 1.1 ounce, Troy. I don't know, start me at $1. What the heck? You guys be the judge of where this should land. That's $1. And there we go. $1 start on that.
I see everybody 30.
And
45.
Okay, their bids are rolling in. And by the way, this is the last TheSilverStacker pour of the day. Oh, gotcha. Mrs. T just alerted me of something. The next one is going to be quite interesting. And for the 92 people here that are here, I think you're going to have some high entertainment in just a moment. But first, we've got a serious auction on our hand.
46.
I've got Robert Johnson at 46 and some people floating around in that same range. Heads up, guys. Robert's in the lead at 46 on the TheSilverStacker big stamp button. 7 stacks is at 47. Robbie Bob is at 48. And welcome, Robbie Bob. I don't recognize your name. Glad you're here.
Cranky's at 50.
Cranky is at 50. Robert Johnson fires right back. Mrs. T, we got ourselves an auction here. These guys are not messing around.
They're on fire today.
Yeah, it's cool to see this. And as I've mentioned before, I don't want to sound like a broken record. By the way, yesterday I think was National Record Shop Day. Vinyl's coming back, baby. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I truly do appreciate you guys bidding on my stuff that I poured with my own hands. It's pretty cool to see. Cranky's at 55. And let's see, it is in the banner at the bottom of the screen, Mary. Yeah, if you look, there's a scrolling banner that says, I accept CashApp and the little $sign, TheSilverStacker. And I also take Venmo. And what else do I take? PayPal.
7 stacks, 57.
And we have 7 stacks at 57. If you need to email me about anything, I'm at TheSilverStacker@gmail.com. And there it is. We're scrolling across your screen right now. PayPal and Venmo, I'm at TheSilverStacker. And there we go. I'm looking at 7 stacks at 57. And I'm going to say going one time. Let's see if those other interested parties jump in, if they attempt to snipe, or if they're going to let 7 stacks take it. Because I'm saying going twice. And we'll do the customary wait where we wait a couple minutes, not a couple minutes, a couple seconds. And I'll type out the word sold. And Mrs. Z, do you see anything north of 57?
No, 757.
7 stacks, 57. Nice little piece of channel history there. Congratulations. Oh, by the way, this goes with RH's giveaway. And next, I've got to widen the screen out, guys. Hold on to your hats for this one. Don't fall out of your easy chair. I'm going to show you in just a moment. Let me get my screen right. There's all this shipping information. I have to physically, and congratulations on that I have to physically get up for this one and go carry something over. All right. Oh, baby. Wait till you guys see this one. This, my friends, is a happy little family. And the reason I tell you they are a happy little family is because they are sequential serial numbers. Now, you might go to a coin shop and find a nice single hard bar like this. That is, let's see if I can find a stand. Here we go. That is on its own. And I always get happy when I find Engelhard bars. It's not often that you find an Engelhard bar next to his two brothers. These are FO18022, 23, and 24 sequential Engelhard bars. Ooh, that's a nice picture right there, baby. Nice and shiny. Let me zoom in. And this is going to be one of those. You can take one, you can take two, or you can take all three. Your choice. Who would have the heart to break up this happy family? Now, the amount that you're bidding is on one bar. Yeah. One bar. So let me make that clear. I see a bunch of bids coming in, but I don't want any confusion. One bar. And then you have the choice of taking, you can take number 22, 23, or 24. You could take your favorite number if you want. Or you could take two, or you could take three. But what you're bidding on is one bar, not the whole set. You're bidding on one bar. So that being said, I'm going to type out the word go. And now that everybody understands that, you make your bid. So I'm going to start the bidding at an arbitrary number, $1. But I don't want anybody confused. You're bidding on one bar. The question is, are you going to break up the happy family, or are you going to take all three? All right.
Here we go.
Matthew DeHart is at 50. He comes out of the gate strong. Yeah. I wonder what he'll do. Will he be like the guy who wanted me to cut the Engelhard with the scissors and break everybody's heart? Or will he... Nancy, don't be angry at Matt. He has every right to bid $50 on the threesome of bars there in sequential numbers. Matthew, don't take it seriously, Matt. I think Nancy's just kidding. Unless her name was Karen, I wouldn't know about that. All right. So what's Matthew going to do? Is he going to be a homewrecker and break up the family, or is he going to keep them? But either way, Matthew's in the driver's seat. If you don't like it, bid $51. That's all I have to say. All right, going one time. Gator train. It's been fun. I will tell you that. It has been fun. If it was me personally.
So we have RH at 51.
Oh, RH is in there at 51. He just went from winning and now he's going to be the hero possibly. So everybody was hating RH, and now he's their hero for battling Matthew, but Matthew doesn't back down. We've got ourselves an auction here. RH is at 55 on the happy family. Now, wouldn't it be something if somebody took number 23 and then split it up? Because then we wouldn't have any sequentials there. Nina is at 56. I would say ban RH only on the auctions, but he wins fair and square. Patriotic, thanks for your help. I've got Nina at 56. Nina, the ladies are tough today. Nina at 56. And
Mary,
the ladies are not messing around. Nina at 56.
These are nice.
They are nice. Going one time. Nina at 56 going two times. I'm going to keep the auction moving, guys. So right now I'm looking at Nina at 56. I will, let's see, Patriotic
Matthew at 57.
Ooh, Matthew's at 57. Matthew's at 57. Nina, you're out now. You almost won them. I'm going to say Matthew at 57 going one time. And thank you, Patriotic. Thank you, Thule.
Mm-hmm.
And Central Michigan, my moderators.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, going one time. Going two times. So Matthew at 57. And let's see if he takes the happy family or what.
Nina at 58.
Ooh, Nina's at 58. Nina says, not at 57, Matthew. You got to be north. And Matthew, like in 2 seconds, responds. Not even 2 seconds.
59, and then he goes 60.
Ooh, boy, oh boy, we got an auction here. Mm-hmm. These are nice pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And we're at Matthew at 60. Matthew at 60. Wow is right, Scott. I'm with you. I'm looking at Mrs. T, and
Nina's 61.
This interest is incredible. Nina's at 61 for the happy little family here. And people are, Nancy, the ladies are cheering each other on here. Matthew, what say you? Nina is at 61, and I'm going to say going one time.
Robert is hyperventilating.
Robert, go get a paper bag and start breathing into it, Robert. And I'm feeling the same way. I'm looking at Mrs. T, and Spokane's here. Spokane SilverStacker. This is insane. We've got 83 people here just watching this craziness, and it's fun. Mm-hmm. Who's in the lead?
Nina 61.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Nina. Was it Nina? Let's see. Nina at 61?
Yes.
Am I right there? Oh my goodness. Nina? Oh boy. All right. Nina, the question is, are you a home wrecker or are you going to keep this family intact? Nina, your option. In all kidding aside, Nina, you could take one if you want. And you could take whichever number. You are in the driver's seat, Nina. You let us know, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
And Nina, let us know. Well, she's keeping us all in suspense. I'm not seeing it yet on my screen as she's deciding. Do you see it, Mrs. T?
Not yet.
And congratulations to the lady, Nina. And so, let's see what Nina does. I should get the Jeopardy music. Do, 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 do. Oh, my Lord.
Just one.
Nina takes just one.
Number 24.
Number 24. And then we put it back.
But Mark said, he said that he'd take the other.
Matthew said he'll take what's left.
Yeah, Matthew said.
All right, there you go. This, Mrs. T, this one's for...
If he doesn't take, I'll take
I got it. Matthew takes the other two. Nina takes number 24. My friends, that was exciting. Let me move these with Mrs. T here. And this is for Matthew, Mrs. T. Nina takes the one. And here we go. Are you mugs ready for this? Whoa! What do you say? Starting at $1. We have 3 more, and by the way, this is the last trio, in case you're wondering. The last trio, we have FN number 76248, FN 76249, and 250. This is insane. Boom! We're at 45, and let's see where we go, guys. And Robert's campaigning to keep them as a set. Robert, whoever wins, and by the way, this is for the 2 winners, Nina and Matthew. We've got Nancy at 47. Ooh, these are some face revealers in there. You can almost see me there, kind of. Ooh-wee. Man, they might see George Clooney in the reflection here, Mrs. T. What do you say? Anyway, we have Nancy at 52 on the family. And again, you guys know the rules. If you just tuned in, This is for one of these. If you win, you get the option of taking 1, 2, or 3, your choice, and no shaming if somebody takes just one. Nancy's at 52, and I'm going to say going one time to Nancy. Let's see. The ladies are not messing around today, Mrs. T.
Well, they're not. They came out too.
And people are saying, come on, Nancy. Nancy, I'm going to say going 2 times. And let's see. I wonder what Nancy will do. I wonder. Ooh, Robert is at TJF. Then Robert is at 54. Almost a snipe there, guys. Robert's at 54. He was campaigning for keeping the family together. Mm-hmm. You don't see these very often. I'm going to say 54. Ooh, Nancy's at 55. Yep, there she is. Nancy's at 55. Robert, TJF, where you at, guys? Up to you. Mrs. T, we got a whole bunch of ladies in here cheering on Nancy.
Yes.
But Robert's in the driver's seat. So let's see what Robert does representing the men. Going one time to Robert Johnson. And I'll say going 2 times to Robert Johnson. And let's see. Robert Johnson going once, going twice. I will pause for the ladies.
56.
You see a 56 there?
Robert Johnson, 57. Nancy, 57.
Oh boy, more. Oh, I almost hit that sold button, but I did not. I've got, right now, I'm looking. Oh, hey, there goes Fasika's Toy World, my friend from my coin club and my good buddy. And I won't reveal his real name, but he is a good buddy. Nancy is 59. Nancy is 59. And Fasika's, the Greek, is not stepping down. He takes it at 60, up to $60 on the Happy Family here. And let's see. Fasika's, well, TJF put it at 60. And what I'm looking at Fasika's is at 62. 62. And for numbers 48, 49, and 50. Fasika's Coin World, or Toy World, going one time. Fasika's Coin World, or I keep saying coin, Toy World, going 2 times. Sorry, Fasika's. And you guys better get your bids in now, because I'm going to do the customary pause.
Nancy, 63.
Ooh-wee, Nancy. All right, let's see what Fasika's has to say. Sorry, Fasika's, no weird numbers. You want to make that 50s? I'll make that 66. 66 even. 66 even to Fasika's. 66. And trying to psych her out. Trying to psych out Nancy with this small change here, Fasika's. 66 is the high bid.
Nancy says out.
Nancy's out. I'm going to say 66 going 1 time, 66 going 2 times, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sold. And what I'm looking at is Fasika's at $66. And Nancy, you say you want all 3. I'm sorry. Fasika's had it at 66. Yeah. Okay. And so congratulations. And he says all 3. My moderators, did I get that right?
Yes.
All righty. Fasika's, congratulations, my friend. Don't ask where I dug those up. Woo! All right. Now let me move those to Mrs. T. There we go. There you go. Fasika's Toy World, not Coin World. And some of you are either going to be cursing at me or say, oh yeah, here we go again. This is a pair. Number 187 and number 188. FO 18187 and 88. Here we go. Started at $1. You guys, it's a husband and wife team here. 87 and 88. Start me at $1. Let's see where we land. Nancy says, I'll get you on the next one, Toy World. Well, here's your chance, Nancy. Robert Johnson is at 60, and we've got ourselves an auction. This is the pair. Take one or take both. Nice serial numbers. Yeah. FO1817, FO18188. If you're into poker, you got a full house right here with this one. A pair of ones and trip eights. We've got Mary at 61. Mary at 61. And Mark is saying, Mark is back. Mark.
Is back.
Yeah, you know what? I told him we don't want them to see George Clooney here in the mirror. And Mrs. T just seems to think that one's funny. Maybe the half Polish, half Mexican George Clooney. I don't know. In my dreams, Mrs. T? Okay. Mary is at 61, and I'm going to say going one time. The ladies are representing Mrs. T.
Sure.
Girl power.
They came out strong.
Girl
today.
power, and they're cheering each other on. I'm going to say going two times to Mary. And let's see. Going once. Going twice. Mrs. T, do you see any other bids?
Nope. Mary at 61. All right.
Mary at 61. The question is, Mary, do you want 187 or 188, or do you want to take them both? Let's see. No, I'm not. Let's see. Chat later. Good job, Thule. All right. Let's see what Mary has to say. And all the ladies are cheering on, even Spokane. Everybody's cheering on Mary. Mary, how many do you want? As I take a sip here.
She said both.
All right. Mary did the right thing. Thank you, Mary. And there you go. That goes to Mary. And let's go on to something totally different. No, let's not. Let's do the last pair and see where they land. The last pair, and this is it for real, guys. No more pairs of these. Portrait, style, Englehards. You have, if you want to check on all Englehard, feel free. You have FN 76338 and FN 76339. And by the way, this is for Mary. TJF is at 60. TJF is at 60. And I appreciate you guys being here. We still have 77 strong. This is our best turnout we've ever had.
Yeah.
The word is out. Come to the T and Mrs. T auctions and you'll have some fun. TJF is at 60. And I'm going to say going one time, TJF. Ooh, Nancy is trying to represent the ladies once again. Nancy, TJF, you're out. I've got Nancy at 61, and it's on my screen is what I'm looking at. He's pulling up pairs. Spokane, no, sorry, I don't have any JM bars. I'm going to say going two times to Nancy as the ladies cheer one another on. Mm-hmm. And this has been fun. I do have to admit, Mrs. T, do you, and the last pair, do you see any other bids, or is Nancy going to wind up with this pair?
I see Nancy.
Going once, going twice, sniper time. Nancy. All right, there we go. All right, let's pull that down and then let the heart rate go down a little bit. And I'm also going to have to zoom out for this next item. It's kind of cool. Whenever by the way, that's for the ladies. That is for the ladies. Thule, Nancy, Mary, all you ladies. Mary, we're going to zoom out. And let's see, that might be too far. Every time I make a coin shop video, there's always some guy who says or asks Sherry questions about Eisenhower dollars, the Ike silver dollars. Take a look at this. Neat little case here, like a presidential seal. And you slide it out. And there's a beautiful Eisenhower dollar from 1972. Ooh, another face revealer. And there she is without revealing my face. I don't even know how to do this one. I'm going to leave this kind of tilted like this. And I'll turn this off. Start me at $10 just for the heck of it on the cool Ike. Woo, there we go. I don't want to, guys, I'm not going to mess with this one too much more. I don't want to reveal my face. Ladies' Day here on TheSilverStacker's auction. United States proof dollar. I failed to mention that earlier. Only $10. And I will put it in a nice package and send it your way. Gator Train Chaser says $30. Mrs. T, is that what you're seeing?
Yes, that's what I'm seeing.
And very good. I don't know if I should try to pry it out of there. Gator Train, do you want me to try to pry it out of there so you can see the other side, or just leave it? And I've got $30. You guys know what the back of an Ike looks like, right? $30 to Gator Train Chaser for the pretty looking. It comes in a neat little display case. This has got to be from the early 70s. It's a 72 Ike, in case you didn't catch that earlier.
Mom says lay your head down.
I should put on a mask.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe put on a Mandalore helmet or something. Tim comes out of nowhere. He must be one of those guys who's really into the Ikes. And I'll tell you what, regarding Ikes, I have a bunch. I collected them when I was a kid. As an adult, I kind of lean towards the stuff with silver content. But they are a big, cool silver dollar. Yep. And I'm going to say Tim at 31 going one time. And let's see if there's a response from Gator. Nina's another lady. Nina's at 32. Tim, welcome. Glad you're here. And if you do wind up winning this, you will get a TheSilverStacker sticker and our gratitude for being here. I'm looking at Nina at 32. Thanks, Julie. Going one time to Nina at 32. That is OGP for 40% proof. And that is from Ed the Lorax. Ed, you must be a lover of the environment like I am. Ed, thank you for letting us know. So if that indeed, it is proof, it came out of a proof set. And Ed says it's 40%, and it is a proof. Thank you for that information, and thank you for being here, Ed. Appreciate that. And either way, it's going for 32 right now. I'm going to say going one time for the cool old Ike. It comes in a display box, and going two times. So if you want to bid S Mint, boy, in order to see that, I'd have to take it out. Let me.
And the Lorax says yes, us.
Let's see. I'm looking. Oh yeah, I do see a tiny little S on it. And by the way, just for the heck of it, I wanted to see what the back looked like. It is cool. Eagle landing on the moon with the earth in the background. And I don't want to mess with it too much, or else I'm going to reveal my face. So, all right, going once, going twice. Mrs. T, do you see any other bids coming in? Going once?
Hold on, Robert Johnson, 33.
Robert Johnson, 33. Yep, Gator Train, I saw it. It's right there on the obverse. Thank you. So, Grand Staff, welcome, buddy. Going one time to Robert Johnson for the 40% proof Ike and a neat little display case.
Nina, 34.
Uh-oh, Nina representing the ladies. We got ourselves an auction here. Now you've got several people interested. Nina is in the lead. Boy, oh boy. Sometimes I pick this. It shows you how little I know about Ikes that I didn't even realize that was a 40% piece there. Now I like it even more. But either way, I'm not bidding on it. Nina is, and I'm going to say going one time. Let's see if the others chime in or they let Nina have it and the ladies continue their domination today. Because I'm looking at Nina at 34.
Okay, so am I.
Mrs. T, any other?
Okay.
Nina at 34 takes it. Nina at 34. Pretty piece there, Nina. Let me squish that back in there. Try not to reveal my face any more than I already have. And there you go. To Nina, the ladies are representing. Okay. Who enjoys? And by the way, let me check my text here, see if I heard back from. All right, let's see. I've got 73 people here, and I know there's still some heavy hitters. Do Mrs. T?
What do you want to do, T?
Oh man, this is a tough one. All right, I'm gonna do this. Remember that bar, that BR McKay bar that I showed you earlier? I think Thule asked, and I kind of alluded to the idea that we might throw out another one, but it wasn't the same. Do it? Do it? All right, here we go. This is a different style of BR McKay bar. This looks more like a traditional ingot. It has BR McKay and Sons 99.9. It's got the little raindrops that some people call blood drops. And the weight is 10.89. 10.89. And as I was doing my research and kind of looking on eBay a little bit, I saw more of the other style than I actually saw of this ingot style. This thing is rough, it's crude, it's collectible, and it is cool as heck. At 10.89 ounces on some of the most highly collectible silver you guys are going to come across. There we go. Can you see it better? There you go. That's what you're bidding on, guys. A good starting bid. And the millennial numismatist is, I think he's going to be clicking on to watch. He allowed me in the previous one to throw this out there. No, it's not 9.99 ounces. This one is 10.89. So you're closer to 11 than you are to 10 here. And there you go. He allowed me to throw the earlier one out there for 350, and he's felt comfortable with that. So what the hell? Let's start this one at 350 and see where it goes. Will it land at 500?
TJF 350.
So Thule's at 400. So people are not messing around. As I mentioned, myself, Thule, and others, just full disclosure, I bought one of these on my own for $400, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. And I've been around the block a few times to a number of coin shops,
Thule's at 450.
and you just don't see these. You just don't see these. And I've got Thule at 450 for one hell of a piece here.
Yeah.
700. Man, Mrs. T, you were kind of waving me off and saying, no, wait till next week. Let's just go for it. And here we are. We're into it now. We got Thule at 450. And that is the lead bid right now.
There's no turning back, T.
No turning back. And let's see if the millennial numismatist is watching this one. We're at TJF at 455. Where is that eBay sheet of paper that I had earlier? And just if you're new or if you just tuned in, just understand that these things customarily go for north of 500. And then you add in, oh, hey, there's Russ. Then you add in the eBay fees and all that kind of good stuff. You're
465,
talking higher than that. We're a Tule 465 representing the ladies. I'm sure the ladies will be cheering her on. And like I said, I appreciate you guys all being here. I wasn't sure if I would do this bar because actually I was kind of thinking, well, that I might just wait till the next auction. You guys are here. You've been a fabulous audience and fabulous participants. And Tule is in the lead at 465. And again, not only for the collector value, for Tule's unboxing videos on her channel, and to go into her deep stack, this, in my opinion, is a good investment. Because ask yourself, in 5 or 10 years from now, are these bars going to be more collectible or less collectible? I say more. That's why I bought one, quite honestly. But I'm going to say Tule, going one time. I've done enough talking. You guys either bid or Tule gets it. And
she was bidding heavily last time.
She was bidding heavily last time. I'm going 2 times. So Tule. So now is my customary pause where I wait just a moment to see if anybody else is interested in bidding. And
Matthew, 475.
Oh boy, Tule, you almost had it at that level. Matthew's at 475. You've got to bid 480 or above to be in the lead. And Yagi is watching.
Oh, Matt.
And TJF is at 470. Sorry, you're out, TJF.
She's at 490.
Tule's at 490. My goodness. And this is very exciting. I will admit, I'm taking a sip of water here. My heart is pumping, and this is fun.
And I'm pacing.
Let's see if this goes, but I'm going to say going one time to Tule at 490. And let's see if any other bids roll in. Tule, if you get this under 5, you're getting a steal. And good luck to you and everybody else who is bidding. And I'm going Tule going once.
Have it twice.
And then going twice. And then I'm going to turn to Mrs. T and ask her if she sees any bids because she sees them before me.
Tule at 490.
And I'm saying sold.
Tule.
Tule, my dear, I think you got a good deal here at 490. And congratulations on that. Woo!
Wow.
I hope the millennial numismatist, Russ, is happy with that. I know it's very exciting to participate like this. And let's decompress a little bit. Mrs. T, just hand me whatever you want there. This was next?
Yeah.
Woo-wee! Oh, boy. Let me catch my breath and take it down to an old school 1980s OPM bar and take the pedal off the metal a little bit. If you guys know about OPM, they got into some big trouble. And there's the back there. They got into some big trouble. They were up to shenanigans, and they got shut down. Their mint got shut down. Let's start it at $1. Whew, while I catch my breath, and you guys start bidding. And Tule, this one's for you.
She's going to have 2 good unboxings.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the unboxing on that, Tule. You want to do a little research and share more than what I shared on the auction. I think that would make for a hell of a video. I'll do my best to send all of my viewers to go watch on your channel. But we have TJF at an old school round from OPM, Ohio Precious Metals. They did something that when it happened, this is what they heard outside their shop. Yeah. The police came and, they got shut down because they were up to shenanigans. Gator Train Chaser is at 43. TJF responds at 44. And I need a sip of coffee now too. I don't even smoke. I'm ready for a cigarette after that one. Tooly. Wow. And Matthew for the bidding. That's for Matthew as well. SGT, don't go off the road, man. I come in here and I clown around a little bit too. All right, I'm going to say going one time.
Ghost tone is 45.
Ghost is at 45.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the bid. So if you guys want to bid, you got to be 46 or higher. And I did the going once to Ghost Tone. I'll do the going twice. And that's where we're at, guys. Awesome auction today. Nina, thank you so much. It's this incredible. There's still 70 people here. Mm-hmm. I have to tell you, I'm coming down to the end here where I only have a few items left that we've put out. Oh, wait, 46 TJF. Okay. And let's go TJF going one time for the old OPM that got themselves in trouble and shut down. They got shut down. I'm going to say going twice to TJF and see if there's a response from Ghost Watching. Oh, man, I should tell you my ghost story someday. And the hair on your arms might just... raise because and get goosebumps. I'm going once, going twice.
Okay.
TJF, $46. Congratulations. Thank you to everybody who is bidding. And whatever you got there, Mrs. T. For those of you who, if you like Ike dollars and you missed out on the last one, here you go. You got a mint set. Let's see, the Ike is 76. The quarter is bicentennial, 76. The $50 is bicentennial, 76. Here's the strange part. You guys probably know more about these than I do. The nickel is 75. The dime is 1975. The penny is 1975. Why they were split up like this, you have 75 and 76, I really don't know. You guys probably know more about this than me. Either way, I'll start the bidding at $1 just to see where she goes. $1, and I don't think I'll get this to balance, but I'll try. I'll give it an attempt. Will that stay like that? Oh my gosh, it did. $1 bid on the old school mint set. And there you go. $1. Oh, we're already at 10 with Robbie Bob. 10's at 15. If you're going to ask me if this is silver or not, let's see. I see a mint mark. Oh my gosh, it's too small to see. It's either an S or a D. It's got the Liberty Bell and the moon in the background. And there you go. It's up to your consideration. I'm at 20 with Oren. 20 with Oren. There you go. 20 with Oren. I'm going to say going one time.
It says it's not silver.
Yeah, that might have been a D. I don't know. Any more channel rounds today? SGT, no, sorry, my brother. I do not have any more channel rounds today. I'm working on some stuff in the lab, if you know what I mean. And I should have some cool stuff next week, but we shall see. You know how pouring goes. You never know if it's going to come out good or it's going to be a bust. And so really, I'm all out of pours. And Mrs. T is like rolling her fingers saying, let's go pick up the pace, T. And I'm going to say going once, going twice, sniper time.
Okay.
Sold to Oren. 20 bones.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Coming down to the last two pieces. This piece right here is a fun piece. It does contain actual silver. There you go. Ooh, no face reveal. It has an Indian cent, a Liberty nickel, and a silver Mercury dime. $1 starting price on the old set that is suitable for display on your bookcase or in your office. Pretty cool. It's a good conversation piece. I'll put it that way. And I'm starting it at $1. And the silver content alone is at least $2 plus. Unknown is at 5.
Tim's at 10.
TJF is at 20 for the cool display piece.
Oh,
And let's see what the
Ghost
reverse.
Watching is 20.
There are the reverse. Dime is really shiny. It's in good shape, I have to say. All right, we're at Ghost Watching Ace and if you didn't buy anything today, I want to say thank you for being here. This and the next item is your last chance. And yeah, it is a cool set. It's a very well done, pretty piece to look at. I'm going to say going one time and one time. Ghost Watching is the leader at $25, going 2 times. And let's see if anybody else likes it better than $25. Mrs. T, you see any bids there?
Tim, 26.
Ooh, Tim, last second there. Let's see. Ghost Watching, you're out. Tim's got you at 26. I'm going to say to Tim, going once. To Tim, going twice. And still over 60 people. By the way, there's one more giveaway. And we'll see if RH keeps the streak up or not.
Robert says 27.
Robert Johnson is at 27 on the cool display piece with an actual piece of silver and a couple of neat, interesting numismatic coins in the piece. All right, going once to Robert Johnson. Thanks, Spokane. Going
28.
Oh, Tim is battling. Tim doesn't want to give this up. Tim is at 28. Robert, you're out. And just to keep things moving fast, make your decisions quickly. I'm saying 28 to Tim, going once, going twice. Robert, another couple of bucks if you want in. And Mrs. T, do you see any other bids there?
I see Tim, 28.
Tim, 28 is the leader.
Robert Johnson, 29.
Ooh, Robert Johnson in the nick of time. My finger was hovering over the enter button. And so let's see. Robert's at 29. He's the leader. Tim, what say you? Because I'm saying going one time to Robert at 29. Going 2 times to Robert. Tim, your chance. If you hit 30, you are in the lead. That's what it takes. Mrs. C, any other bids?
Nope.
Going once, going twice. Tim, thanks for bidding. Sold to Robert at $29. Okay, after all that excitement, the last piece is kind of a cool piece. And then we have another giveaway. It's a fun little giveaway. But first, I learned all about exonumia from my good buddy Russ over at Harlan J. Burke in Chicago. This piece, man, it's kind of cool. This piece is, and the Millennial Numismatist Russ might actually want to bid on this one for his collection. It's a piece of Chicago history, Chicago Fire Centennial. If any of you know, and like I had to educate my dear Mrs. T, the Chicago Fire was 1871. And let's see if you can see that. This actually has tall skyscrapers in the back. It has a small low building and then flames in between. The city of Chicago was burned to the ground. And this is by the City of Chicago Historical Society, if I remember correctly. It has the seal. But it was burned to the ground with the exception of the water tower that was made of stone. We'll start this at $1. Start this at $1. Cool numismatic piece for your collection. It's from 1971, which happened to be the centennial of the Chicago Fire, the 100-year anniversary. And SGT, there you go. Hey, you're a Chicagoan. $1, and you're at 5. And I appreciate everybody being here. This is the last auction item. And then we're going to do another giveaway.
8, Wyatt, 8.
Cool piece. I think I would actually keep it under anything under 10. But you guys, I threw it out there, and we're at MP at 9. If you know somebody from Chicago who likes Chicago history, I'll get a little better light on it.
Thank you, Tim.
There you go. What intrigues me
12.
the most is the flames
15.
that are like right here in the image. And unknowns at 15.
Wyatt's at 15.
Wyatt's ahead at, I see unknown and then Wyatt both at 15. I see unknown ahead of
Yes.
Wyatt. Is that what you see, Mrs. C?
Yes.
And so unknown's the leader at
Wyatt
15.
at 16.
Wyatt bounces back at 16. And, you know, the cow in Mrs. O'Leary's barn kicked over a lantern, or at least that's the folklore. And then, you know, the fire started in a barn, spread. And back in those days, even sidewalks were made of wood. Like Chicago is basically built on a lot of swampland. So every structure there was wooden. And once it went up, whew, the whole doggone city went up, and then it was rebuilt. Like my sound effects there, Mrs. T?
Yeah, that was a big sound effect.
Yeah, they did. The fire and trucks came. But yeah, I believe it is Tiger. I believe it is copper. Can't say for sure. Don't really know. But I think back then the fire trucks were actually like wagons with, you know, a few gallons of water on them. All right, let's say going one time. Enough of my history here. Going one time, I'm looking at SGT at 21.
Yes.
Great channel, by the way. SGT.
Robert says a drunk passed out while smoking.
It could have been. They blamed it on poor Mr. O'Leary's cow. I kind of wonder if they wound up with some arrachera's and some T-bones after all that with that cow. Fire safe. It is literally a fire on there. Going once, going twice, sniper alert, and so. And what I saw was SGT stacking at 21. Mm-hmm. Man, I'll tell you what, we've had a good time today. We've had a lot of laughs, a lot of fun. I'm wiped out. I'm going to a coin show on Friday and Saturday where I'm going to have to restock. You guys wiped me out, but it is now time for those 58 people who are still here sticking around for a giveaway. I have another one of these, and the serial number is 02777. Another one of these from some little mint. Let's see here. It's copper covered with gold, Civil War theme. It was made in 2015. South responds to the Civil War. And so if you're a Civil War buff, it comes with a little certificate of authenticity. And just for the heck of it, I am going to throw in a 40% Kennedy $50, and as my way of saying, whoops, thanks for being here. Really appreciate your presence. And let me put that there while I get this question. And RH, now would be a good time to go to the bathroom or walk out of the room or go get a cup of coffee. And because just kidding, RH. You are welcome to. Yeah, people are saying no, RH. You are welcome to bid, or excuse me, to guess. Maybe you know the answer. And here we go. Shell and her dad own and run Smith's Coins in what Indiana town? It's a little coin shop trivia. You guys know I travel all these coin shops. Where is Smith's Coins? And you have to be specific. There are two cities near each other in very close proximity, and you have to have the right answer, and they are not the same. They are not the same. So let's see. Oh, RH? Oh, man. I'm surprised, RH. No, that was the coin shop in Bloomington is not the answer. Good guess. I think maybe RH, perhaps. And by the way, you could bid or guess as many times as you want. I am going to go up to the top here and see who won. But the answer is not West Lafayette, Indiana. It is Lafayette, Indiana. So now let me go back up here to the chat and see. Let's see. RH said Bloomington. No, wrong. TJF said Gary. No, I might be going to shop in Gary sometime in the near future for a video. And then I scrolled. RH. Lafayette. Say it ain't.
It is.
Oh my goodness. Not it. RH did it again, guys. No, it's not West Lafayette. Guys, RH is going to end it at that. RH.
All
There you go. I don't know how you do it,
But he does it.
but he does it. People are saying, damn RH. They're booing him. And RH, I'm not going to boo you.
No, it's all good fun.
It's all good fun. You get a little prize for your... I appreciate you watching all my videos. I don't even know if anybody remembers my Bloomington or... and it's been a while since I've been down to Lafayette. I need to go visit Shell again. Mrs. T likes visiting with Shell as well. And no, I promise you, it's not rigged. I would be happy to give this away to whoever wins it. And yeah, bravo. Congratulations to RH. Special thank you to Tule, Spokane, Central Michigan, Mark, even Patriotic was in here. Whoever helped along the way. Fun auction. And especially, of course, Mrs. T. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll do our best to replenish by next week. From week to week, I make no promises because I only want to offer cool stuff. And I'm not going to roll out here with a bunch of junk. If I can gather up enough cool stuff to make an auction worth our while, we'll have it. It'll most likely be on Sunday again. A, because this went very, very well. And B, we're going to be at a coin show on Saturday anyway, so I don't want to be in our hotel room doing this. Let's do it next Sunday. Let's just call it now. Guys, thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Thank you,
I got to
everyone.
get to church. God bless you all.